So you mentioned that it is one of the top two levels of happiness. Is there something else that is above it, or
No,
along
there's
the same
nothing
lines?
above it. So there's happiness, which is how do you feel right here, right now? And flow can impact that. It can raise our mood and whatever. But as a general rule, we have these things called emotional set points that show up really early, sometimes by between 9 and 12. And nobody knows exactly where they come from. But we basically live our lives between the bandwidth. This is as bad as we're going to feel. This is as good as we're going to feel. Life takes place in between. We know you can lower them a little bit. Death of a child, chronic unemployment will lower it. And regular access to flow or certain other altered states, meditative states can raise it over time, but it's pretty fixed. So that's level one happiness. Level two is engagement, which is basically a high flow lifestyle where the thing that is producing the most flow for you is aligned with your goals. The highest we get to feel, the best we get to feel. And again, this comes down to feel good neurochemistry, and I explain why in a second, is purpose. Purpose is when basically we can take our goal directed flow, engaging mission and tie it to something bigger than ourselves. And the bonus is at level one of happiness, it's really sort of dopamine, serotonin, those kinds of, maybe a little norepinephrine. Level two is a lot of those chemicals, but you don't have any of the pro-social chemicals because you don't have other people in the equation. So you're not getting enough endorphins or oxytocin, these other really good feel-good reward chemicals. Once you get purpose, you get access to the full suite of all the feel-good reward chemicals. So that's why when you have a high flow lifestyle and the thing that's creating flow is aligned with your purpose, it's the best we get to feel on the planet. That's really, a lot of what we mean by meaning and purpose. Meaning, the other ingredient seems to be success in long-term projects. Is like meaningful long-term, like I worked 2 years to drive a taxi and put myself through grad school, that kind of thing. We seem to remember that and stack that. And so what meaning and purpose, the combination of those two things seems to add up into what we'd call life satisfaction, those sorts of qualities.
Yeah. So in that example right there, after the 2 years, you would actually sustain a higher level of satisfaction, purpose, happiness, despite the fact that the actual event is over. You carry that with you going forward.
You carry more meaning, right? And what you really carry is the knowledge that you did something long and hard, and that knowledge that you're capable of long and hard makes you feel safer, and that translates into happiness. That's where the loop is. Those long projects, I triumphed over this hard thing, I succeeded, right? Part of it is it makes us feel more capable as humans and much safer, and that has a really big impact on happiness.